Sure.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and good evening to all from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Welcome all to this very special class. This is Alamgir Chaudhary Akash, Treasurer of Bangladesh Student Union Malaysia and moderator for today's session. Today we are pleased to welcome Muhammad Ashikuzzaman, a very special guest from Bangladesh. Before starting, I would like to say something about our guest. Muhammad Ashikuzzaman is a founder and chief executive officer of Rise Next Learning and Development, as well as he is a faculty of English department in Independent University Bangladesh. He is also a lead trainer of Bangladesh Skill Development Academy, BSDA. At the same time, he conducted so many national and international training sessions. So he is an international trainer and one of the best in this industry, I believe. And before starting, and today he is going to conduct a very important session with us, and that is how success starts with C, I mean communication. So before inviting our speaker, I would like to invite our Honorable President of Bangladesh Student Union Malaysia, Mr. Johirul Islam, to say few words for us. Mr. Johirul Islam.
Thank you, Mr. Alamgir Chaudhary. Thank you, everyone, and especially our guest, today's guest speaker. First, I'd like to tell that I'm very glad personally to arrange some such kind of program, this special program, or this special guest. So I'd like to, you will enjoy the program much, and you will learn really from it. Are you hearing, Mr. Alamgir?
Yeah, we are hearing you.
Oh, okay.
But there is some noise, it's okay, I think.
Okay. So I'd like to invite everyone, and I'd like to request everyone to take the class very specially, because this class actually very special class, today's session. So it will be very helpful for your life if you take the class very seriously. Although the class is so simple time, only 1 hour, but I hope that it will be a milestone for your life for joining today's class. Thank you very much, and again thank you lots of thanks our speaker and participants also.
Thank you, Mr. Johirul Islam, for your few words, and we are really inspiring by your words. Maybe we can continue. So I know that today's topic may bring up a number of questions from you guys, and I want to let you know that I will address as many as I can. If you have any question, comments or suggestion, please ask through chat box, and later I will ask to the speaker on behalf of you guys. So with that, I ask to all participants that you give your full attention to Mr. Ashikuzzaman and help me to welcoming him. So without any delay, I am inviting Muhammad Ashikuzzaman, and from now to onwards, the floor is yours. Mr. Ashikuzzaman, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Alamgir Akash and Johirul Islam bhai, for a nice and elaborate interaction. Thank you. I don't know whether I deserve so many adjectives that you have actually said, but I believe I work from my heart and I work from my country and people, so that I can make an impact to the people who are listening to me. Now, may I know actually where are you listening me? Right now, where are you? Please write in the chat box right now, where are you? So that I can understand that from how many countries or how many people are joining. So here is Dr. Bain from Nigeria, but in Malaysia. Okay, that's great. So please write in the chat box, everyone. Okay, Mirpur Dhaka. Farhan is from Mirpur Dhaka. Alamgir from Malaysia. Noakhali, Palaj Bhomik. Sharim from Dhaka. Sharif from Malaysia. Sandy Francis from Malaysia. Bhubaneswar, Odisha, Dhaka, Bangladesh. Okay, Hamidur from Malaysia, is from Bangladesh, but he lives in Malaysia. Saiful Islam from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bikram from Odisha. Raipur, Nitin from Raipur. Very good, very good. Thank you. Kevin from Malaysia. Thank you. I welcome you to my session. As you have already know the title, but before going to my main topic, I would like to show you a picture. Now you have to tell, you are watching two circles. One is filled up, one is, not filled up, just a circle. All the purple color. I love purple color. You saw my logo, my company logo. It is purple. I love purple color. Now you have to tell which one is bigger. Just write in the chat box. One of these circle is bigger than the other. So you have to write Chhattisgarh, Rajesh Kumar from Chhattisgarh. Read the white. Alamgir said the white one is bigger. So write first in the chat box. Which one is bigger? So I'm repeating the saying. Nasreen from Jinaida, very good. Sandy says white. Dr. Bain, okay, I'm saying that Sumit Deepak said white. Very good. Very good. Anyone else? I'm waiting. Mohin says the white one is bigger. Shubhakant Pradhan from Odisha. Okay. Okay. So Rajkumar. Yeah, both are bigger. Exactly. Both are bigger. Okay, that's great. That's great. Now you see what I have just do. What I've just done. Actually, the both is same. The both are same. But when I said the one is bigger than the other, and you start thinking that it might be, the facilitator saying that one is bigger, then it might be bigger than one another. But actually, the both are same. This is the power of words. This is the power of communication. Yeah, sure, if your assumption is right. Nitin, your assumption is also right. Both are the same. So you never know how your words actually can make impact to your life, your living, and your world. So let's get started to our session. My name is Mohammad Ashikuzzaman. I have a B.Ed honors degree from English department, and I have done my MA in ELT from Jahangirnagar University. I'm doing my HRM, Masters in International HRM in United International University. I have a PhD on soft skills development from EduPro UK certification. And another, I'm a professional learning and development professional, which is certified by Singapore. And I'm also an alumni, international exchange alumnus of US State Department. I'm the founder CEO, as Mr. Alamgir always said. I'm the founder CEO of Rajasthan Learning and Development. The mission or vision of this company is to bridging the skills gap. The university boy and university students pressure and the job market, there is a big difference in terms of the skills. So the university, the academia is doing something and the industry is looking for something else. So in between, Rajasthan is actually working to bridging the gap. I'm a faculty of Independent University, Bangladesh. I'm in English department. I'm also the lead trainer of Skills Development Academy. It's a government related company. We actually do so many government projects in terms of different type of capacity building. And I'm also ex-soft skills trainer of Ernst & Young LLP India. They actually operated LICT project under the ICT division in Bangladesh. So in short, this is me. I have so many things to in my list, but I would like to cut it short. So I have told you that today's session named is Success Starts with C. So I have collected 7 C's of success for you people. Now I would like to discuss this thing. Have you before heard of these 7 C's of success? Would you like to write in the chat box. Say yes or no. Have you ever have you ever watched or have you ever seen the 7 C's of success? Yes, very good. Very good, very good. Pooja, thank you, Pooja. Vikram, thank you. Alamgir, thank you. Dr. Ben, thank you. Yeah. So we have heard of a lot of C's, 7 C's of marketing, 7 C's of communication, but this is something 7 C's of success. It is not 7 C's of communication. This is 7 C's of success. First one, it is said clarity. Now the question is, which clarity you have to have? You have to have the clarification or clarity of your purpose of life. You have to have the clarification of your ambition, your want, your need. So we all know about the clarity. Yes, Pooja correctly said, clarity of vision is very important. What you were actually looking for. Are you with me? If yes, so write yes in the chat box. Thank you. So you have to have a purpose, and when you have the purpose, you will have the drive, you will have the courage, and you will have the choice, or you have the drive to, you will have the kick to do something. When our vision is not clear, when your purpose is not clear, then actually we can't see everything. So I can give you an example. I'm going to tell you a story. In an army mission, the army general is giving a job in a shooting side. So he asked 2 of his soldiers to shoot a bird from 1 kilometer away. So the general said, the first soldier, what you are looking from within your to the target hole, there is something tiny in front of the rifle. So the first soldier replied, sir, I am watching the bird. And what else you are actually watching? Sir, I can see some of the cloud and the green leaf. Okay. But when he asked the same question to the second soldier, the soldier said, sir, I can see only the chest of the bird. Now, tell me, which one of the soldier can actually hit the target? The first one or second one? Write in the chat box. Second one. Why? Clarity, the vision. He exactly knew what he wanted. The first thing of success is clarity. Number 2, courage. Courage to take the steps. Most of the time, we don't take the steps of our life. We always want to be in our comfort zone. We love our comfort zone so much that we don't want to live outside our comfort zone. But if you want to be successful, you have to come out from your comfort zone, and you have to take the first step. Remember one thing, this is your courage that actually make what you are. If you do not show your courage to take your first steps, you will be the same that you were in the yesterday. So remember one thing, if you want to be someone or something in your life, you have to do something new. Otherwise, it won't possible. Get my point? So first thing, clarity. And for the clarity, you can use the Ikigai tool. Ikigai, I think you have heard of Ikigai tool, of Japanese Ikigai tool. So you can use the Ikigai tool to have the clarity. And for the courage, you have to take a small step every day. I'd like to suggest you to say, for example, from ages, I'm actually looking for writing a book, but I can't because I want to write the whole book in a day. It's not possible. So take small step every day. And number 3, curiosity. This is something that from my very childhood, I've learned it. I learned that curiosity is something that actually can change my life. What? Curiosity shows your growth mindset. So many a time, we have seen the people of our age or our time are not curious enough. So how many of you know the meaning of Android? Write it in the chat box. Android. Android. We all are using Android phone or iPhone. How many of you know the meaning of Android? Can you write it in the chat box? Android meaning? Dr. Ben said it's smart. Android, the word Android means. Anyone? Okay, so you see, we are using Androids for so many years, still we don't know the word means Android. It means not robot. Andro means men. Andro means men. IOD means something like. Okay, so Android means like a men. Okay, the origin of the word says Android means like a man, like a human actually. So Android is something humanoid actually. So this is the root word. So you see, exactly, it's very easy. And I'm asking someone, I'm asking you people, can anyone tell me what is iPhone means? The I of the iPhone. Can you write it in the chat box? What does I denote? What does the in iPhone, we're calling it iPhone, the Apple product, we're calling it iPhone. You see, most of us are not aware because we are not current. Dr. Ben, thank you very much. It is intelligent, exactly. Thank you. That's why you have a doc. It's internet. Internet is an internet phone, definitely, but it's actually means intelligence. Okay, thank you, Pooja. Thank you, Mahin. Okay. So curiosity, you have to have that very inquisitive mindset. I want to learn. So if you don't have this curiosity, you can inculcate this curiosity within you. You will be the same, as I said earlier, like yesterday you were. It is often said, if your today is not better than yesterday, you have wasted today. Number 4, character. Now, character means we normally in Bangladesh, we thought about the morality or ethics. It's not about morality or ethics. Character means the toughness, the flexibility, the adaptability of your character. How flexible you were or how adaptable you were. So for example, we are in a COVID-19 situation right now. We have to be resilient, much more resilient than ever. We have to be much more adaptable than ever. If you want to be successful, if you ask me, sir, tell me one thing to do, I always would be adaptable. Be adaptable with your situation. If I complain all the time, then nothing will happen. Nothing will change. But if you adapt and try to cope with the situation, then you can actually bring our best out of the situation. I'm giving a simple example. Maybe this is not in your case, but last 15 days, I can tell you, I am right now locked down for 60 days. So last 60 days, I have achieved 32 certificates from different courses. I have attended 200 plus webinars, and I have conducted more than 50 plus national, international, local, webinars. So I have started writing my book. I've started one EdTech company in Bangladesh. So you see, I'm just coping with the situation, how we can actually get best out of it. Number 5, confidence. Now, can anyone tell me what is the meaning of the word confidence? As I'm an English teacher, I am looking for the meaning of the word so that you can understand the feelings of the word. So can anyone tell me what is the meaning of the word confidence? Write in the chat box. I want much more participation from the Bangladeshi students. Strong belief. Okay, definitely. Pooja Sena. Trust on myself, Kevin Lowe. I'm actually looking for this answer. Kevin, if it is trust on myself, then what is self-confidence? Okay. It's not inner confidence, this is confidence. Confidence, you have to have confidence on several things, not only one on self. You have to have the confidence of yourself, confidence on the circumstances, confidence on the cause and effect. If I do it, then yeah, exactly, Geeta, I love you. Yeah, this is the perfect answer, showing certainty. Confidence means you have to have the proper rehearsal, proper practice, or proper preparation for the task you are going to do. Then you will have that confidence. Get my point? Number 6, contentment. Though it is often said that satisfaction is the death of desire. Okay. Contentment doesn't refers to just only, I'm happy with my status quo. No, at all. So it is always said that happiness is progress. If you are not progressing, then you are not happy. So many a time when you are feeling dull, I'm not feeling well, I'm not feeling, good. When it's about feeling, then it must be you are stuck in somewhere. So we have to progress, but remember what you have, in terms of wealth, physical wealth, mental wealth, and in cash. You have to be content with that, but that doesn't mean you have to be there and you should not strive for more. Strive every day for more and try to, what you have, try to use the maximum use of it, and what you have extra, try to make an impact to the society, to try to make impact to the globe. So it doesn't mean, contentment doesn't mean that I like to wear shabby dresses or something like this. No, not at all. It is the satisfaction that Pooja said rightly. And finally, communication. So before communication, do you think the communication is important in our success? If yes, write yes in the chat box. Yes, Pooja said, Geeta said, Nasreen, Minhan. Okay. So let's see what happened. I'm going to watch your video. So after the video, I'm going to talk about the communication part. Just watch the video. Give me some, bear with me for some seconds. So if you can hear the audio, please say yes on the chat box.
Yes.
Four candles.
4 candles. There you are. 4 candles.
No, 4 candles.
Well, there you are. 4 candles.
No, 4 candles. Candles for forks. Got any plugs?
Plugs?
Yeah.
What kind of plugs?
A rubber one, bathroom.
What size?
13 amp.
Electric plugs, electric bathroom plugs, you call them. Tree, electric bathroom. What?
Saw tips.
Saw tips? What do you want, ointment or something like that?
Yeah, saw tips, but covering the saws. Tips.
Oh, no, we haven't got any.
Oh.
Coming in, but we haven't got
Got any hose?
any. Hose?
Hose. No hose.
Hose? I thought you meant hose. Hose. Say hose. Yeah. Hose, you meant hose.
No hose.
Hose? What a... Oh, you mean pantyhose? Pantyhose.
No hose. Hose for the gate. Mon repose. Hose.
Hello, are you with me? Hello, are you with me? Okay, have you enjoyed the video? Write it in the chat box, please. Yeah. So you see what may happen due to, lack of communication. This is funny, but I'm telling you, something serious may happen in, in real life situation. A lot of time most of the time, miscommunication is dangerous for our health. It's dangerous for our life. So what happened? It is often said the longest distance between two person is miscommunication. So right after the break, I will, we have only less than 1 minute. So I will end this session and we'll rejoin the session with the same ID and same password, and I will show my tool on communication skills. So please bear with us and rejoin right after this session. Thank you, with the same password and same ID. Thank you. Let's talk about communication, why it is so important. Before going to how we actually develop our communication skills, we have to know the purpose. We have to have the clear vision, as I said earlier, the why we communicate, basically. First of all, we communicate to get and give information. We want to share. Commune means share. The word, the root word of communication is commune. It means share. So to give and get information, we communicate. We communicate. When I'm giving someone information, we try to pursue to do something, or to give me something, or going somewhere to something like this. So we pursue. And then we try to ensure whether they can understand the thing or not. So time to time I'm asking you whether your understanding is clear or not. That's why I'm telling to just write yes or no in the chat box. Number 4, we communicate to get an action. So if I say someone, if I say my daughter or my wife, please bring me a glass of water, that means I want him or her to do something, to have to act upon my words. And finally, most important aspects, most important goal of communication is change of behavior. If I say you something important, and if you do not do anything, if you do not change your behavior, then communication disrupts. There might be a problem. There might be a serious problem, whether in the receiver end, whether the sender end. So I'm giving an example. So say for an example, I'm asking one of you, I'm asking Mr. Maybe Alamgir, so please do not enter this room. This room is full of venomous snake. So please don't enter. But what did he does? What does he do? He just entered the room and start sleeping. So is it communication? Yeah, Bikram. No, it's not communication. This is not correct communication. There is something wrong with the communication. Whether the sender cannot express his urgency, or the receiver do not understand the message. What is venomous snake is. So that's why it is so much important. If it changes someone's behavior, that means communication happened. So communication actually changes the behavior of people. So if you want to excel in communication, you have to use some tool. So we know about the 7 C's. How many of you know 7 C's of communication? Write in the chat box. Yes, I know. 7 C's of communication. We all know in our BBA, MBA, we have done this so many things. Alamgir, Pooja, everyone, Bikram, everyone. So everyone is saying that yes, they have actually learned about 7 C's. So I'm pretty bored of the 7 C's. That's why I told my Guruji, my mentor, Jishu Tarabda sir, I'm bored of this. I have made my own tool. Then I discovered that some important aspects of communication is missing in that very 7 C's. So I believe the most important part of communication is to get connected. Connectivity is the main purpose of communication. So if you are not connected, if you can't get connected with the receiver of your message, the communication will not occur. Now, how we can create connectivity? Now, I'm telling you something very serious. Don't tell this to my wife. Remember, okay? I was in, it's a true incident, Please don't tell, eh? Say yes, I will not tell. Write in the chat box, I will not tell you to my wife, okay? Okay, thank you. Oh, Mr. Alamgir, you will tell, I will not tell the story then. Okay, I'm just kidding. So I was a colleague in my, in my another institution where I worked for back in 2015. And so there was a beautiful lady. She was an artist. So people generally went to her and said, "Oh, wow, madam, your art is very good. Your painting is mesmerizing." And she was the first class pass of her university, and from the very beginning of her life, she knows that her artwork are praiseworthy. This is very common to her. Then what I did, after several weeks, I went to her room. looking at her artworks and said, you know, I like Pablo Picasso. The short stroke of Pablo Picasso is very, you know, charming. And madam, have you seen the Victorian man of, you know, Leonardo da Vinci? Leonardo da Vinci is very good painter, and he is actually genius. The madam watching me, it's a big eyes, and finally I nailed the, you know, the last one. I said, I love impressionist, madam. After 1 week, she became the best friend of mine. What I actually do, I try to connect with her. She loves painting. So I use my knowledge, my keenness, I show my keenness on painting. If I just only praise, then connectivity will not be created. Get my point? So if you want to pursue someone, if you want to influence someone, try to have the connection with his or her likings. Find what he or she likes and try to have the similar kind of create similar kind of likeness, and then create a connectivity. Number 2, your message should be organized. We all understand the, you know, this is the 5S model of table we are watching right now in the picture. So 5S is a mode of organizing office place or workplace. So I'm just giving an, you know, analogies how you can actually organize your speech. So you have to have organized your speech or message whenever we're saying. Most of the days nowadays in chat, we are having a lot of confusion or a lot of, you know, interpersonal relationship related problem just because we are not writing full message in the chat box. Am I right or wrong? Isn't it happening to us? If yes, then write yes in the chat box. Yeah, exactly. So you must organize your message. And you have to talk about something mutual. You have to have a mutual connection. You have to have, so say for example, my wife likes cooking, I like football. So if I talk with her about football, she might not find any interest. Okay, at the same time, if she wanted to talk to me about cooking, I might not find it interesting. So if you want to be connected with someone, if you make your communication stand out, then you have to have the mutual understanding. You have to have the mutual commonness with you so that you can actually talk on that issue. Okay? Your message should be meaningful. There is no doubt. Any meaningless sound, meaningless word, meaningless text is not communication. You all know. We don't have to elaborate this actually. Next, understanding. So there are two persons actually. At the end of the communication is between two persons. One is sender and one is receiver. So if there is no understanding between the receiver end and the sender end, whether the receiver understands the message, my message correctly or not, you have to check. The easiest way to check is to tell him or her to repeat what you have just said. Get my point? So for an example, I'm asking someone from the audience, Alambi Chaudhary. Mr.
Yes.
Chaudhary, are you here? So can you repeat just what I have said right now? About
regarding understanding?
Exactly. Could you please repeat just what I have said?
Can you ask someone else?
Okay, sure. Anyone who wants to give answer? Anyone on the interested? Anyone raise your hand? Okay, no one. So this is the way you should, yeah? Who wants to say?
It's okay. It's okay. It's
Okay.
okay. You can continue.
Okay. So you have to check whether the person you are intended to talk, make sure whether he understands the message or not. Next, another important thing is the need. Is very important. You were talking with a say for example, if I want water, then I can ask for water. If I don't need water, if someone gives me that water, I will not take. So if you don't have the need for communication, people will not listen to you. That's my point. So do not send any message, do not give any, make any communication when there is no need of that. So make sure whether the other person actually need your information or not. Get my point? So need is another thing that you have to consider while communication. While communicating. Okay. There are two parties and there is, okay. So one of my friends asked this question some other day, why I put butterfly picture in this slide. Can anyone tell me why? What is the relation between impact and butterfly? You can write in the chat box. What is the relation between impact and butterfly? Beauty is okay. Good, very good. Honey, okay, very good. Okay. Bikram said nature, Alamgir said harmony, Janab said transformation. Okay, very good answer, very good, sir. Very good answers. Now, do you know if the butterfly flip its wings, it can create, if it is separate, if it is in Chile, you know Chile, the country Chile, beside Argentina, if butterflies of Chile flip its wings, can it create tornado in USA? Say yes or no in the right chat box. Actually, it can. This is called butterfly effect. You can Google it and you can write it over. Butterfly effect. I'm repeating. So the simple butterfly can actually create a tornado. So your small message can make an impact. So remember, when you are communicating, when you are speaking, try to think whether it has an impact, or not. If it has no impact, please don't say or don't tell or don't communicate. If it has an impact, then only you can say. And you see the language, the words, and your communication has power. From the very first slide, I said I can make you biased towards the, the white circle that I say that it is from among the two, one is bigger. So you see, there is an impact of words. So please do not waste your words. Be careful of choosing your words, choosing your diction, and choosing the person as well. You never know whom you are hurting actually. Get my point? So think about the impact as well. Definitely. Be cordial in your, as much as possible, be cordial in your communication. I don't want to elaborate. Please don't be rude with anyone at any time. You never know who is what. You never know. Seriously. Table can be turned within seconds. So please, with everyone, every moment, be cordial. Another wrong perception in Bangladesh we have, say we should not cordial with our parents or our family member, with our friends. It's totally wrong. Be cordial with your parents. Be cordial with your friends. Say sorry, say thank you to your friends. It will create the ambience of gratitude. Get my point? Go to the next slide. Be adaptable. In social media communication or any kind of mass communication, we're getting hesitated by someone saying something against your religion or against your belief. We have become hesitant. So why are doing so? Can we change anything? Or by just posting a post in the Facebook or Twitter, is it significant enough in your life? No. Then why are you dealing with these bullshits? So be adaptable. People may say whatever they want, but while communicating with people, be adaptable. Try to be respectful to the other person's view. Try to be empathetic. That's why I'm saying try to be adaptable. And there is a 3-filter test of, Socrates. So is it true? Is it correct? Or is it beneficial? If it is not, don't say. Don't convey the message. So at the end of the day, naked truth will reveal. So please, please say something from your heart. Say what you feel. So your message should be intelligible. Intelligible means use that media if it is possible by speaking, say in speaking. But if you think it's better to write, be it in writing. Okay? So try to use the best medium of communication so that it can be intelligible, so that easily understandable. Get my point? So if you find that the message can be conveyed through phone, you should convey through phone. If it is, so you find this email to convey through email. But one thing, so if you find that you are arguing over a single topic on email, please don't go for the further email. If it is 3 or 4 email, then you should direct make a call. Because it won't solve, because when you're talking, we are using our voice. So our tonality can actually change. But in writing, we can't understand the voice of the other person. Get my point? So when you are writing, use as easy language as you can so the other people can actually understand. Okay? Next one is be open. Be open to anything. Anyone can say anything, but that doesn't mean it's true. At the same time, that doesn't mean it's false. Be open to anything, but you have to filter in your mind what you have to give heed or what not to. Get my point? So not all the time you have to take everything personally, but be open to all information. Be open what people are saying. Try to understand, okay, that might be happen. What we generally do, we have a stance. From the very beginning, we have a stance. This is correct, this is wrong. No, we never know what is correct, we never know. Until the 16th century, people are saying that sun is actually revolving around the world, Earth. But after the 16th century, Copernicus said, no, the Earth is revolving around the sun. So you see, the truth that we are actually, nothing is truth, everything is interpretation, everything is perception. So be open to all kind of information. Next is, you have to have neat communication. the communication should be very clear, very clarified. Use as less word as you can. If it is become verbose, try to make it short, because most of the time people are not want to hear a lot of long stories or long speech. They want just the information. So neatness of the message is very, very important. So what do we find here? First one, communication should be connecting. Then it should be organized, mutual, meaningful, understanding, needful, impactful, cordial, adaptable, truthful, and intelligible, open, and neat. Then you can have communication. Get my point? Have you ever seen this? Right. Can you get me? Okay. Isn't it beautiful how communication actually clears communication? Okay. This is my own tool. Remember, you will not find it in the Google. I have developed this tool a few days back. This is the first actually training on communication. This very tool I'm taking actually. So Alamgir Bhai said you have to give some, Imtiaz Bhai said, do something exceptional. So I think this is a very new tool. So I should gift it to my Malaysian friends. That's why this is for you. But this is not the end of the scenario. Remember my brother and sister over here who are hearing. Life is between B and C. B means birth, D means death. In between, you have C. Now, what is this C? You may wonder. First C is crisis. In our life, we all have crisis. Right now, we are in a crisis. Am I right or wrong? Right now, we have it in a crisis. The world is in a crisis. Okay? So, there is a choice. The second C of your life is choice. And this is the most important C. Viktor, have you heard the name of Viktor Frankl? Is a concentration camp survivalist. So Viktor Frankl said that you have always choice between the stimuli and the action, the response you were doing. There is always a choice. Everything in your life is a choice. If you were happy, it's your choice. If you were unhappy, it's your choice as well. If you want to be successful in your life, you have to choose success. Whenever we're failing doing something, that means we choose to be failed. So whenever we see any crisis, we have the choice to be changed, to take the chance. If you want to take the chance, whether you want to, say for example, this lockdown, whether you were using this chance as taking this chance as a chance or as a problem, it's up to you. But C is here for you. And if you take the chance, you can actually change your life. And that's why I said, and you have to remember all the time, success starts with C. Thank you. Thank you all. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you. My name is Mohammad Ashikul Zaman. Feel free to contact. You can find me in LinkedIn and Facebook with the same name. So this is my phone number. You can have it. Okay, so over to you, Mr. Alamgir. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you for bearing with me. Mr. Alamgir, are you here? Or Mr. Imtiaz?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Muhammad Ashikul Zaman.
I can finish within 10. Okay.
Okay, no problem. And thanks, Mohammad Ashikujaman, for this great session. In your total discussion, you emphasized how important the effective communication is. The session was really insightful and at the same time effective. I believe our all participants will be highly benefited from this great session. So now, as I promised, I would like to ask few questions from the participants. So if you have any question, please raise your hand. Maybe we will give you floor to ask question directly to our honorable guest. So if you have any question, please raise your hand. So okay, if you guys don't have any question, I want to ask you some question actually. Is it okay? Mohammad Ashikujaman, okay.
Sure. Feel free to.
Assalamualaikum. I have a question.
Okay,
Sure.
Mohammad Imtiaz, brother Imtiaz. Okay, you can ask.
Okay, brother. We all know that the listening is very important in our communication. It's a very ingredient part and important. So, and then there have some differences between the listening and active listening. So, what is the distinguish between the active listening and listening? This is my question.
First of all, I'm
And,
giving an
how
example.
important it is.
How important? I'm giving an example. In 2017, September 24 in Mumbai, 27 people died due to the being stampeded, due to being stampeded in a overbreeze. What actually happened? How many of you from India? Can you write in the chat box? How many from India? Say yes.
A lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nitin, huh? So
Yes.
it happened that. So what actually happened? A girl having flour in her hands, she went up the overbreeze and then said, full girgiya. That means flour has dropped from her hand. But people said, full girgiya. That means the breeze is collapsing or breeze collapsed. So people started rushing from the breeze, and as a result of that, there is a chaos and 27 people died. So you see how important it is, active listening, how important it is to listen carefully. Okay, Imtiaz, I think you have got the answer. And your second question
Yeah, I
was,
got down a very, very nice analogy and example.
what
Thank
was
you.
it? Okay, thank you. Is there any other question?
Yeah, I would like to ask you one question on behalf of our participants.
Okay.
So, as you know, we all are the young generation, and young generation is the power actually.
Okay.
So the young generation, most of the time, we are just freak about the technology, and we just waste our lots of time by using technology and surfing internet, actually without doing nothing.
Okay.
So do you have any suggestion? Do you have any actually comment or suggestion for the young generation, especially for the young generation and our participants? So
Okay.
how we can just utilize our technology to become a great, we can say, just successful in our life, to learn the communication hacks to become a great commuter actually.
Okay. Thank you. Please follow my profile. This is one single tip that I can give you. Please follow my Facebook profile. Then you can have a great understanding. You all out there, I will say, please follow my Facebook posts every day. Every day I'm posting, I am more active than anyone in this platform, I can say. My screen time is 6 hours a day. I use Facebook. I'm a serious type of Facebooker. But the question is, how I use Facebook, there's a big difference. It's actually making difference. I'm connected with so many good people like Mr. Alomgir and Mohammad Imtiaz. You see, just because of the Facebook. And I'm posting enormous materials related to skill development and knowledge development on my Facebook wall so that everyone can learn and I can learn as well. So Facebook is Facebook or something, any social media is a great source of learning if you want to learn. Curiosity, I said, success depends on curiosity, whether you want to learn or not. It's at the end of the day, the C, choice. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for your precise and very good answer. Actually, I mean, the main thing is that the decision, first of all, decision have to come from you, and if you take a good decision, maybe you can use it as a proper way, in a good way. Thanks, Mr. Ashikuzzaman, for your great session, and it was really nice, and I think we all enjoyed your session, and it was really effective session. It was really insightful session for all of us. And before closing out today's, there are few participants who joined from different countries. As most of us, we are Bangladeshi, but there are few non-Bangladeshi people also here. And we're really honored to be actually having them with us. And especially for Imtiaz Bhai, you know, without Imtiaz Bhai, it would be very tough for us to get connected with you, you know. So Imtiaz Bhai, he helped us a lot that's why actually you are here with us. And at the same time, our president, Mr. Johirul Islam, brother Sandy, Mustafiz Bhai, all of you guys worked a lot. You guys, I mean, did your best to become successful for this program, and this is the last and not for the least, our great speaker for this session, Mr. Ashikuzzaman. And once again, thanks from the core of our heart.
Thank you. I'm honored.
What you did for us and your session, and we believe like maybe in future, if we need, you will come again, and
Inshallah,
you will
inshallah.
do the same thing with us. And for all participants, on more information, just we are the largest student organization in Malaysia, Bangladesh Student Union Malaysia, and we are doing really great for the students. And actually, in our past, we did really great, and at present also we are doing really great. And in the future, hopefully, we'll do great, some great works. So follow our Facebook page to get updated about our events. And as you guys know, we are nowadays just posting a Facebook live conversation just maybe 1 or 2 times in a week, and every session was really great. And maybe some what I can say, like, we already planned some very very interesting thing for all of you guys. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the things in our future. So thank you for being with us, and signing off for today, and hope to see you soon. And good night from my side. If our speaker want to say something,
thank you.
You can say.
Thank you. Be blessed always. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
It's okay. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.